This was when he was arrested this time, and he wasn't going to get out. This is the women who have been abused. These are investigators. This is him finding a way to thumb his nose. So what's going to happen to... What is happening to Epstein on the other side? Now that he's passed on into spirit, is he just surrounded by lovely angels who are trying to help him? Is he... Is he facing something good? Is he... How is Epstein on the other side? Oh, yeah, he's there all right. Fairly dark where he is, like a dark red. There are some people who care. Oh, you messed up. That's the message. He messed up, which we know. When you cross over, you are part of a soul family. My personal way of looking at it is the divine is this immense white light, and that then it gets broken into like little pieces can come off of it, and just smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, until you get the big thing in the middle, and then you get smaller bits and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, and those little sparks on the you have the edges that are on the edges of the darkness. That's us, and that's why, you know, I'm the soul that's in my body, but then I have my higher self. And then my higher self, because all time is actually simultaneous, my higher self, I'm like one spoke on a wheel. And then all the other lifetimes I've had and will have are around that, because it's bigger. It wouldn't. There's no way that my full soul would fit into my body. And then that higher self is one of a bigger, blob of energy. I don't know exactly, blob of spirit, and then that's part of a bigger one and a bigger one and a bigger one. And when you start getting up into like archangels, well, that's much closer to the big center. The higher you go up through the hierarchy, the bigger, the hub of energy that they are. When we die, when we cross over, we're part of something larger, and there are always people there, spirits there to help. There are groups that are, it's almost like a ER kind of thing, like a trauma team. You get in an ER, a spiritual trauma team, and then there are some people, they just step out of themselves, but their own energy is so dark, so low, so bad, that when they step out of the physical, they're not in they're sort of down in that darkness, darker places. They're not linking. They're ignoring their link to the higher up, or they don't have the energy to get there. And these are the decisions he made. And what I'm being drawn to here is, yeah, he did awful things, but these are there are angels who are always sending down positive energy. The divine is always sending down positive energy through our connections. So even those in the darkest of dark places have a chance to slowly rebuild their energy. And in rebuilding their energy, they start seeing the things they did and the damage they did. And this literally, that comes into my head when I look at these two cards here is, you messed up. And everyone knows, everyone on the other side knows he messed up. And that it's going to be a long time for, he's going to be in a very dark, cold place until tiny bits of more positive energy kind of sink down to him. And yeah, that's what I'm getting about him on the other side. He's in a very dark, lonely place, and he is a vile human being. Vile. And everybody has a chance of redemption eventually. But as they get, as more of that energy trickles down to them, and like I said, they get a little bit, their vibration goes up just a little bit, then they are forced, they have to look at what they are, because they kind of, it's almost like suddenly their consciousness comes back. And they kind of wake up. And they see what they've done. But that's not going to happen for a long time. Oh, he's vile. And he chose this. He chose this. So, that is what I am getting for this unconscionable monster. Alright, but hang in there. Alright, we will get through this. And ding dong, he's dead. That's the silver lining. Thank you for watching.